Welcome everybody to a great song by Whitesnake. I've been meaning to learn this and heard it the other day, and here we are. So I'm going to start out with the slide guitar. We're in open G tuning, so your 6th string is D, tuned down to a D. Your 5th string is tuned down to a G. Your 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string stay the same with a D, G, and B, and then your 1st string is down to a D also, just like the 6th string. Alright, so that's our open G, and I've written this out. A link will be below the video, and when I wrote it out, I also wrote out the strings next to it, so you have that with the open G tuning. Caveat, I didn't learn the slide solo. I'm so out of practice with slide, and really just, I don't know, I didn't want to put the time into it, to be frankly. I did figure out the regular guitar's lead and had a lot of fun figuring that out, and frankly that's what I mostly play when I play the song, but I like to give you the most complete lessons possible. So with that said, with the slide you can pretty much play the lead over those chords stuff. So again, I apologize I didn't figure that out, but I've got the whole rest of the song figured out. So let's go over the intro and the basic first part of this slide intro. So what we're going to do, we're only going to be playing on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. Okay, it got a little chorus going, slightly distorted, and I have a little bit of compression to equal out the notes. So we're going to slide from 3 to 5, from our B flat to a C, and then we're going to go to open. Right? So it's just going to be the 4th and 3rd strings. At that point, you're going to pick the 5th, the 4th, back to the 5th string, and then back open. And I'm using hybrid picking, so I'm using my middle finger and my pick. Middle finger catches the 3rd string, and the pick catches the 4th. So from the beginning, so again you're hearing that 5, 4, 5, and then we hit the open strings again, and we start over. So they'll do that 3 times. On the 4th time, we just slide in to the C note, okay, or C chord. We're only really using those middle 2 strings, the 4th and 3rd. give it some vibrato there. So the next part of the intro will go basically, rather than 3 times, 1 more time through with the open G, and then again sliding up to C. So it'll sound like this. Alright, then we're going to do 1 more time through. After the second time, then we're going to slide from 3 to 5, which is a D chord, and then we're going to slide up to an F chord, which will be at the 11th fret. Back to our C, and just kind of let that fall away. Alright, so let me take it from the last slide up to C. And what I do, and I think it really sounds like the song, is just pick through that F real just gently, and then the C partially through it, and then you're back into it. That third time you'll hear the bass enter in the second guitar. Alright, you're going to go through this with the slide up to C, and now the vocals are going. Okay, so just follow that. You'll go up 1 more time to D and F. Now when the song kicks in, we're not using the slide. We're just going to press down on the 3rd fret from about the 5th string to maybe the 2nd, but pretty much the 3rd. Okay, so those chords into this song, this will be the second guitar also does this. Of course, he's playing a full B flat and then a G power chord, which I'll talk about. But the counting is important, okay? I wrote it out as 3 and 3 and then 4. So it'll be... Again. Okay, so you'll do that twice. So again, that's the one time you really fret this. The other time is when he goes into the G octave. We're going to do the G octave on the 5th string and the open 3rd string, both open. Okay, so you're just going to hit 5 to 3, got to deaden the strings, but I hear them as being open. I've seen some people play it at the 5th fret on the 4th string, but it doesn't sound right to me, frankly. If you listen to it closely, I'm pretty sure you hear an open 3rd string. So you just got to be mindful of muting the strings after you hit them. Alright, so that's the times you actually fret versus slide in this. So we put that... when we do the fretted part into the verse, you'll see how this fits together. So after the intro, we're going to come in with the fretted B flat to G. Then we're going to slide into a C. Then you'll hear those notes. Okay, so that's the first part of the verse. You'll slide in, you'll go through those, let's just call them G octaves, 2 sets, slide back into C, another set. Then you're going to go up to your 7 and 10, and back to 5 RC. Alright, then we're into the chorus. Alright, chorus is a lot of fun to play on slide, although the second guitar follows it, and it's pretty fun, but on slide it's a real cool lick. So we'll go over the chorus lick next. Alright, here's the chorus at speed, and then I'll show you what we're doing. Alright, cool lick. Basically, we're going to start out sliding on the 4th string from the open to the 3rd fret. And you always want to kind of slide back in, going past a little bit. And then kind of give it some vibrato. And then you're going to come to the 3rd string, slide up to 5, back to 3. Alright? And then we're going to hit open, back to 3, and open on that 3rd string. And again, you're just kind of using a little slide motion into these notes. So slowly. Then we come back to the 4th string sliding up to 3, and then the 3rd string sliding up to 3 to open. And then we hit an open 3rd string to start over, okay? So again, this will go 3 times. I'll do it slowly. 3 times before we come up to our F and back to C and then G. So chords. So let's go through this again slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start in just like we have on the 4th time, but then we slide up. So we're going on the 4th to the 3rd string open. Come into our F, back to our C, and then G. And then the octave notes. I'll do them 4 times, but that's the actual chorus, the first time through. All right. Okay, so the second chorus starts out just like the first with the lick. Then we're going to go into our F, C, G. Okay, that FCG is starting our solo workup. It's going to be the rhythm up to the solo. So we'll do that. I'll just call it 10, 5, 0. One time, another time, second time through, we're going to stop at 5. And you think he's going to do the octaves, but it's not. That's when the solo kicks in. Now this would be the slide solo. So you'll hear the open note. Again, you can go up to 12 and start this solo. The solo will be based over F, C, and this G. Here at 12 or open. Alright. You'll go through that. That'll be another 4 measures, I believe, measures and out for the slide guitar solo. Then you're going to come in for the actual rhythm of the second guitar solo. So what you're going to do is slide into 3 and 5, and then you'll start the actual solo. You'll hear it start. As a slide guitar, we're just going to be doing 7, D to C, 5, and back to open. Okay, we'll do that for 4 measures. Alright, 2 more times, and then what we're going to do, come up to 10 and 12, rather than an open G, we're going to come up to 12 twice. Then we come to 5 and off, so C and off. Alright, and then they're going to break and you'll hear clapping. Alright, after the break and clapping, again, I've written this out. That should help you to follow along with this. We're just going to come in with G twice. So you don't have to fret anything, just hit a G. I use the 5th through maybe the 2nd string. Then we come in with our F to D to G. Alright, and then you're into the 3rd chorus, which is the same lick. Okay. After the 3rd chorus, we're going to go... that 3 times from our 10, 5, open. When we get to the 4th time, we're going to do our octaves. Do that 4 times, and then we're going to end the song with our B flat to G. Okay, I really hope that helps you. Again, my notes are below. I'm going to go through guitar 2, which personally is my favorite guitar to play with. Alright, welcome to the standard tune section. Alright, to start this out with, what we're going to do, we come in just with a slightly hit G note on the 6th string, and then we're going to slide from the 1st fret of the 5th string up to 3. We come in 1 to 3 on the 5th string, back to 3 on the 6th. And then there's a slight pause, and then you're into a hammer-on from 1 to 3 on the 6th string to 1, 3 on the 5. Back to 6th string at 3. Then we're going to hit G again just slightly with another slide from 1 to 3 on the 5th string. Repeat the lick. Then you're going to hear him slide from 3 to 5 on the 5th string. And then we're going to hit a G, F suspended. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then a C. And then we continue that lick for 3 going on to 4 times. Then you'll hear this. Okay, so that's our B flat 3 times, if you will. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, whatever, I don't know, I can't count. There's just 1 extra hit the 3rd time into our G. Alright, so let's talk about that F suspended 2nd. If you can play this with your thumb over and leave the 3rd string open, so you're playing an F, okay, but to get that open 3rd string, you have to bar your 1st finger against the 1st and 2nd, open 3rd string, your 4th and pinky finger will be at the 4th fret, and then your thumb would catch 1. I can't do that. I just cannot do thumb over. My thumb just doesn't work that way. So I figured out another way of doing it that I think sounds just as good. It's like playing a D. It's this 2 where you lift your pinky. Okay, you're 2 frets away. So if we take that D, move it up to E, and then F, we'd be here on the 3rd string at the 5th fret, 4th string, I'm sorry, 2nd string at 6. Now we got a bar because we catch to that G note, okay, which we would have left open on the 3rd string, but we're moving the G to the 1st string. All right, so you can put your bar across, catch the F on the 5th string, 3rd fret, 4th string, 3rd fret, again, 5th and 6th, and then 2nd to a C, and then to a G. Now a G, again, doesn't have a 3rd like that F. So there's no B in it, so you want to put your 1st finger down on that 2nd fret of the 2nd string, mute with your 1st finger the 5th string. So that's consistent throughout. The F suspended 2nd, and our G basically suspended 2nd. We don't have a 3rd in these, okay? I think that's a point that's really missed in this, and a lot of people just don't catch that, especially the F suspended 2nd. So there's some couple options. I tried doing it this way with the F here and leaving the G. So I would have but it wasn't consistent to me. It just, I thought this sounded better. So your choice, either way. That's your F suspended 2nd into G. Then we're going to do our B flat. All right, so we're going to be at the 1st fret of the 5th string, 3rd on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd, and we're going to do a 3 count, 3 count, then a 4 count into our G. Okay, it's real quick, but a little practice you'll get it. You'll do that again. Then it comes into a C, and your C you want a da-da-da, so you want a down, up, down. And then you're going to hit the octave notes. So we're going to play that on the G note, on the 6th string at 3, and the 4th string at 5. Alright, do that, excuse me, 2 times through, then another C. Another set of those, and then we're going to an F, I'm sorry, a D, then our F suspended 2nd, and back to C, and then our notes. And that takes us into the chorus. So that's the verse right there, and we'll go over the chorus next. Okay, so the last measure of the verse, the first verse, we go from our D to F suspended 2nd. Then we do a C with the G octaves. And we go right into, so it's very quick. There's a couple little quick parts here, but you quickly want to go from that last octave to the 5th fret and do this lick. So that last C takes us into verse 2. the way the chorus goes, we're going to start out on the 5th fret of the 5th string to 3-5 on the 4th string to 3 hammer on to 5 on the 3rd string back to 3. Then we'll go back 5 on 4 to 3 on the 3rd string back to 5 on the 4th string. Alright, so we have this. Then come back up to your 5th string, do a hammer on from 3 to 5. And then we're going to hit 3 to 5 without a hammer on. And then 3 on the 3rd string back to 5 on the 4th string. And then it starts all over again. One more time through. Then we end it with another little lick. It's going to be 3 to 5 on the 5th string with the hammer on and 3 to 5 without. To our F suspended second, C and G, F suspended second again, and then we start the verse. And then our C, and we're going to do our octave a total of 4 times. And then start our verse. Okay, so the second verse is just like the first. You'll go into your D, back to C, you go into the second chorus. All right, we're going to talk about that next. All right, so at the end of the second chorus, the lick is the same. What we're going to do is go into our F sus2 to C and G. We'll do that twice. We'll go into F sus2, then C. There's a slight pause where we're going to go into the rhythm, and you think you're going to go into the octaves, but he does a G chord, leading us back to the F sus2 and C underneath the slide lead. So the slide lead is really G, F sus2, C. All right. So let me take it from the last little lick of the chorus, and we'll go into the slide rhythm, and I'll show you the last bit that changes, that takes you into the actual guitar solo. Okay, so for that solo rhythm, we're doing that G to F sus2 to C 4 times. After we land on G, we're going to go to our B flat to C, and then the lead starts. But anyhow, so it's B flat to C, and the solo rhythm guitar underneath is just doing a over D to a G over C with the walk up to G. So it's really D, C, G. But that's the slide rhythm. I'm going to go over the solo next, and we'll finish up the song here. Okay, I'm going to go through the lead at it's approximately 20% slower. With riff station, just so you can see this lead played. Listen for the vibrato. This is a really important part of this. It's very blues based. very melodic, real call and answer bass, just and some great licks in there. So you'll hear the guitar come in with our B flat to C and the actual lick take off. You'll find, like I did, once I memorized these licks and kept playing them, it all fit together really well. So this is kind of the longest phrase of the bit. It'll start out like this. We're going to be in the 10th position up to 13 here. So what we're going to do is start out on the second string at 13 with a bend, to 10 on the first string, to 13-10. Then we're going to hit 13 on the third string, pull off to 12, and pull off to 10. Then we'll end up on 12 on the fourth string. So far. Then what we're going to do is just lay our finger down, catch 12 on the third string to 10, back to 12 on the fourth string. Alright, so we'll have this. Then what we do when we end up on the fourth string at 12, we're going to take the third string at 10 with a slight bend. I just bend it down. And then catch 12 on the fourth string, back to 10 unbent on the third. So all together, slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first lick. The second lick, what we're going to do is grab 13, bend that up twice on the second string, catch 10 on the first string, back to 13 and 10 on the second. Then we're going to come to 13 on the first string, bend that up and release, and then 13 bend, and then hit 10. And then hit 13 on the second string with a pull off. Alright, so all together the second half will sound like this. And then what we're going to do, this really cool lick, we're going to go from 12 on the third string with a bend, kind of a Chuck Berry starting here. We're going to go to 10 and 13 to 10 on the second, 10 on the first string, 13 to 10 on the second, but they're played. And then we're going to skip the third string the first time. We're going to hit the fourth string at 12. Alright, we're starting a little pattern here. Then we're going to do the same first half. Then we're going to hit 10 on the third string. So we, rather than jump to the fourth string, we're going to hit the third string, second time through at 10. So it's together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, start that lick. Then we're going to hit 13 on the first string with a bend and release, and 13 again. Alright, so see the pattern here? We're hitting these three kind of call and answers. Alright, then what we're going to do is this. So basically 10, 13, back to 10, 13 again on the second string, slide up, to 15. And again, this is throughout this, the vibrato is really important. If you listen to the solo slowed down, especially the way I did it, he's really vibrating these notes with the time he has. All right, at that point, when we slide up to 15, we're going to change position. We'll use our first finger at the 13th fret of the first string. We'll catch that to 15, 13 to 15, first string. Then bend and release on 15, back to 13, and then 15 on the second. So we have this. Then we'll hit 15 again, and 13. So I know this kind of sounds kludgy right here, but follow me with this. 13 to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that leads us into the next little section. So I'm going to play this whole thing up to this point. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so at this point we're going to do a little walk down. You'll hear this. I'm going to just stop there, but we're doing a little bend and release of 15. And when we get down there, we're going to hit 15 twice. One more time and slide to 13. It's really a pull-off. Then we're going to hit 13 twice and basically slide back to 12 or pull off to 12. And you expect it to keep going. Okay. After you hit the 12th thing twice, what you're going to do is hit 13 on the first string and pull off to 12, and then do a little arpeggio from 13 on the second to 14 on the third. All right, so I'm going to take it from that 15 bend and release and then through the little walk down. Okay, so the next lick, we're going to do this. All right, so basically we're going to go to that 10th position again. First string, we're going to hit 13 to 10 and then 10 on the second. Kind of like a page pull-off. But we're hitting each note. Then we go to 13 on the first string with a bend and then 13 unbent and hold that. Okay, so we have this. The next little lick, again, the answer to that will be 10 and then hitting on the first string, then hitting 13 on the second string, pulled off to 10, back to 13 with a slight bend on the second string, to 10 on the first with a little vibrato. All right, so those two licks, let me take it from the walk down. The next lick, we're coming towards the end here. What we're going to do is hit 10 on the first string, hit 13 to 10 with a pull off on the second string. Then what you want to do is slide from the 11th position into 12 on the third string. And then catch 10 on the third string. And then end up on the fourth string at 12. So we're walking down the scale, but we're doing a little slide in there. Okay, and after that, the final lick will be this. What we're going to do is come up to the, I just go up to the 13th position, and I'm going to use my ring finger and bend 15 up twice. Give it the vibrato, don't just stop it. And then what we're going to do is hit 17, 15. I just go up and hit 17, 15 and move back to 13. And then end up to finish the solo on 15 on the second string. And that's the solo. So let's go through it one more time slowly with Riff Station, because I got it queued up, and you can see how all these parts fit together. Again at 20% speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a solo. I really hope that helps everybody. The great licks, put them in your trick bag. You'll have it. We'll go over the end of the song and you'll have it all. So coming out of the solo, we're into, I'll call it the bridge, where we do the G. And then you hear the clapping, and they'll come back in with this bridge with a G for a measure and another G for a measure. Then you do your F-sus2 to C and D. I'm sorry, G. We're going to go through that lick, the whole thing, and then we'll come back into our F-sus2, C and G twice. Back to F-sus2 to C with our G octave. So it'll sound like this. Let me take it from the last lick. We'll do that 4 times. Then we end with our B flat to G twice. Alright, I'll do a playthrough because I enjoy playing this so much, so you can see how all the pieces fit together. Hope you enjoy.